chief beauty of this work lies not so much in its style or in the extent and usefulness of the information it conveys, as in its simple truthfulness. It forms a record of events that really happened. Other works may excel this in depth of thought and knowledge of human nature, but for hopeless and incurable veracity, nothing yet discovered can surpass it. There were four of us: George and William Samuel Harris, and myself and Montmorency. We were sitting in my room, smoking and talking about how bad we were. Bad from a medical point of view, I mean, of course.
With me, it's giddiness.
It's giddiness with me, too.
Sometimes I have such extraordinary fits of giddiness, I hardly know what I'm doing.
Well, I hardly know what I'm doing, too. I have such extraordinary fits of giddiness.
With me, it's my liver that's out of order.
Oh, how do you know?
Well, I've been reading this patent liver pill circular, which sets out the various symptoms by which a man can tell when his liver is out of order. I have them all, including what it calls a general disinclination to work of any kind.
I've got that, too.
I've been a martyr to it since earliest boyhood.
I was born with it.
They didn't know it was my liver. Of course, medical science was in a far less advanced state than now. They used to give me a clump on the side of the head. Didn't do any good. Oh, body, you know. Yes.
We sat there describing to each other our maladies. I explained to George and Harris how I felt when I got up in the morning. And Harris told us how he felt when he went to bed. And George stood on the hearthrug and gave us a clever and powerful piece of acting, illustrative of how he felt in the night. George fancies he is ill, but there's never anything really the matter with him.
Mrs. Poppins. Supper? I suppose one should try.
A cousin of mine, who is usually described on the charge sheet as a medical student, once told me that something in the stomach often keeps disease in check.
Steak and onions and rhubarb pie.
What we need is a rest.
Rest and a complete change.
Leave the 19th century behind. Seek out some quaint, forgotten nook, far from the madding crowd, half as old as time.
What we need is a sea trip.
No, no, no. I remember once...
Not now, old chap.
Why don't we go up the river? Fresh air, the changing scene will occupy our minds, including what there is of Harris's, and the exercise will make us sleep well.
I agree. I think it a very sensible idea. It just goes to show that you should never write off a man just because he's never had a sensible idea before. I propose.
Second. Aye.
Any against? Carried by 3-1. The Thames, couched in that green and golden valley, winding and whispering, singing of strange old tales and secrets as it flows under the fair canopy of England's sky through England's history. Our little boat, borne along on sun-dappled waters, through shady woods and blazing fields.
How about when it rains?
That's Harris all over. When George is hanged, Harris will be the least romantic man in the world. We had arranged that George, who goes to sleep at a bank from 10 till 4 every day except Saturday, when they wake him up and put him outside at 2, would join us when we got up the river to Shepperton. Meanwhile, Harris and I, and the Gladstone, and the small handbag, and the 2 hampers, and the big roll of rugs, and some overcoats and mackintoshes, and a melon by itself in a bag, and a Japanese umbrella, and a frying pan which wouldn't go in anywhere, and Montmorency, arrived on our way to the Kingston train. The 11:05 for Kingston.
11:05 for Kingston, number 2, sir. Number 2? That's the Windsor Loop. You want number 1, sir? Number 1 is the Reigate stopping, so I hear.
The 11:05 for Kingston.
Oh, yes, indeed. Well, I was just talking to a man who said he'd seen it on number 3. He was almost positive about that. Otherwise, there's a body of opinion which leans toward the eye-level platform for the Kingston train. Though in my opinion, sir, that is the Southampton Express.
Here you go, no, sir. You follow me.
Bunty, come on.
I'm sorry to trouble you, but are you the 1105 for Kingston?
Couldn't rightly say. I might be, and then again I might not be. If I'm not, I'm the 932 for Virginia Water, or the Guildford Local.
Could you please be the 1105 for Kingston?
Well, some trains got to go to Kingston, innit? Thank you very kindly, sir. 1105 for Kingston it is.
Thank you very much.
This is the Exeter Mail, apparently.
Well, it might be. Then again, it might not. And so, the railway system which has made England the envy of the world brought us to Kingston. And at 12 o'clock, with our luggage stowed and Montmorency unhappy and deeply suspicious in the prow, out we rode onto the waters which were to be our home. We hoped up as far as Oxford, though the possibilities for digression along the Thames are infinite. We had barely started when Harris was minded to inquire whether I had ever been to Hampton Court Maze.
Ever been to Hampton Court Maze, Jay?
No. Harris said he went in once to show a country cousin the way. He had studied it up on a map.
We'll just go in so you can say you've been, but it's very simple. Absurd to call it a maze, really. We'll walk around for 10 minutes and then go and get some lunch, all right?
They met some people soon after they got inside who'd been in there for 3/4 of an hour.
Morning. Want to get it over with? You can follow me if you like. I'm going in and coming out again.
That's very kind of you, sir.
Everybody's welcome. Just keep turning to the left.
Thank God you've come, sir.
We're just about living up hope, sir. This way.
And bit by bit, they picked up all the people who were in the maze, including a woman with a baby who had been in there all morning and insisted on taking Harris's arm for fear of losing him.
Turn left, round here. Round here. This way.
Harris kept turning to the left.
This way.
I suppose it's a very big maze.
Yes, one of the largest in Europe.
Yes, it must be, because we've walked a good 2 miles already.
This way. This way.
Harris began to think it rather strange himself, but he held on until...
Here! We passed that biscuit 10 minutes ago.
Impossible.
Yes, we did. It's Albert's. I saw him drop it down.
Well, according to the map...
I wish I'd never met you.
All right! We'll go back to the entrance and start again from there. Keep turning... right.
And so, after turning right a good deal, he found himself...
And here we are.
in the middle.
In the... middle. Oh, just as I...
Harris thought at first of pretending that that was what he had been aiming at, but the crowd looked dangerous, and he decided to treat it as an accident, and set off once more towards the perimeter.
All right, keep going, keep going. Keep to the right. Come on there, keep to the right. Keep going right. And finally, right again.